Yo, that was sick. Oh man, that song was so cool. What's up, you Cardivox Academy hooligans? Mark here, and today we're doing something pretty exciting. We're talking about the band While She Sleeps. The song is called You Are All You Need, and I'm pretty excited because, well, first and foremost, I'm not too familiar with this band. Like, I heard them they did a collab with Ollie Sykes back in the day. I can't remember much about it. I did hear it, and it was a really good song. I'll put it in the description below so you can check it out if you want, but it was really good, so I'm expecting this song to be a banger. It's going to be a good time. Now, if you're new to the channel, what we do here is we take the reaction format, we break it down, we have fun, and we try to make it kind of educational as well. If you enjoy the content, if you have a good time, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. It makes me feel good, and, you know, like, share, and subscribe helps out with the old algorithm. And if you really like the content, we do have a Patreon available where we have a huge, well, a pretty steady growing Discord community with a lot of really, you know, kind, positive people. And you get to vote on a monthly reaction video of your choice, so it's a lot of fun. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is that I am on vocal rest today, or I should say partial vocal rest today, because I've got two 6-hour days of tracking coming up in front of me for Kardashev. So vocal hygiene is important. If you're going to have a huge tracking day, maybe think about taking some time off beforehand, staying super duper hydrated, and getting lots of sleep. But without further ado, let's talk about this song. I'm really excited about it. Let's get going. Yo, so holy crap, there's a lot to talk about so far. Damn. Okay, so first and foremost, I am loving these really strong, really well-supported fry belts. So sick. So sick. Now, this is a lot different than the stuff that I tend to do. So it's always fun to hear it, right? Because this guy's got super good control. Now, a couple things I'm hearing. First and foremost, oftentimes when people try to do this sort of vocal style, they'll have a lot of squeeze in their neck, and that'll cause a lot of issues. Part of the reason we know that he's not overly squeezing, he's not getting a lot of exertion in his extrinsic neck muscles, is first and foremost, you don't hear that telltale squeeze in the neck. Second of all, you can hear a distinct balance between his distortion, which is existing up on his soft palate. You know, he's got that bright timbre, that nice open face out of the way oral posture, but also he's got, you know, that pitch underneath it, right? Now, technically any scream we do, even like, you know, your dirtiest false chord guttural is gonna carry some sort of pitch to it, right? So when we say pitched, we mean we can hear a definite note underneath it, like, oh, that's an A sharp, oh, that's a, you know, B flat 4, whatever, right? And we can hear that coming through, and you really aren't gonna do that to any success unless you have a relaxed throat, a nice open bright timbre to your voice, you're placing your distortion properly, and your resonance is on point. So first thoughts are that this guy absolutely knows what he's doing. 100% knows what he's doing. I think that's kind of all I've got for now. Oh, and there's a lot of variation. This isn't just one scream all the way through. Granted, I'm hearing a couple layers, right? But we've got, you know, him shifting forward, him opening up and holding it in the back a little bit. We've got a lot of different voicing on this. So like along with this like genty kind of like proggy vibe, there's some storytelling going on here, and I really like it. Let's keep going though. Oh. Yo, so another thing about this guy that's really, really good is his breath control is on point, which is interesting because I think there's a line that's like, "We all deserve to suffocate" or something that he's saying, and like it's just kind of funny hearing that with his breath support so on point. So at one point, I kind of made like this motion, and I did that as a mental note for myself, and it's because he was holding out his phrase for a pretty decent amount of time. Now, we're not talking any like 30-second fit for a king scream here, which isn't the end all be all of good screaming. But one thing that he's doing that's really, really important that I want to talk about real quick is he is not breathing out while he screams. Okay, technically, yes, he's breathing out. But oftentimes what'll happen when people come to me and they're like, I can't hold my screams for very long. I can't hold notes for very long. What's happening is they are associating their singing and their screaming with this or right? And so in doing that, they're setting themselves up for a lack of endurance because they are thinking that they activate their voice by breathing out. When in reality, what we're doing is we are breathing in, bearing down on our support, feeling that downward pressure, right, on our abdominal muscles. And we're kind of thinking of it more as a pressurized air reserve, right? Psst, psst, psst. We open up and we allow the sound to just come out. And we can do that with all sorts of sounds, right? I talk about this, I think, in the Majestic video. Anyway, I talk about it in a lot of videos. But the point is, he's not breathing out and screaming these. He's controlling the airflow, making a huge crowd of people go single file, so to speak, and he's belting these out placed very, very well. And part of the reason why I don't start people off with this concept of breathing is because sometimes they'll be like, okay, pressurized reserve, right, and then they overdo it. But really, this is, as many things are in singing, a gentle action from like the sternum up. Our abdominal muscles, yeah, those are going to be activated, no doubt. But he knows what he's doing. I don't know if he has training, but he sounds to me like he has training. To me, he doesn't sound like somebody who figured it out on his own. Although sometimes people do get this good just figuring it out on their own. Like, there are those outliers that we all just shake our fists at. How dare you be so good, right? That's how I felt when I first got started. But let's keep going. This song's a banger. I'm really digging it. Nice.
Substitute this feeling with something I don't need. I'd rather suffer than believe in that feel. If only we could choose the reasons we refuse to sleep. Find the proof that you are all you need.
Nice.
I'm trying to get back to you, but the room won't take me just us back to feed the walls that define our actions under the mistakes and nerves and betray our minds of understanding whether we refuse. I'm trying to get.
I want to point something out. So I was talking about how he changes his voicing. Here, he kind of goes from to nah, nah, nah. He's like, I'm totally over exaggerating it to illustrate a point, but we hear him moving his voice to the front of his mouth and sort of like gritting his teeth, sort of like chewing on the syllables. Really cool stuff. Also, his singing voice here, nice, low as far as in like the timbre. It's nice and warm. Love it. Awesome. Perfect for that section with the dum 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 of the bass. Here we go.
I'm trying to get back to you, but the room won't take me just us back to feed the walls that define our actions under the mistakes and nerves and betray our minds of understanding whether we refuse. I'm trying to get.
Nice. Yo, that was sick. Oh man, that song was so cool. That was everything I was expecting it to be in all the best ways. Super bouncy, super fun. I also would love to know what the deal is with all the different languages and the subtitles. I saw French. I saw what I think is Hindi. I'm not too familiar with all the languages and writing systems from India, but French, Hindi. I think I saw Portuguese. I wasn't paying attention too much, but a lot of cool stuff. Saw English, of course. Recognize that one. But another thing I really like about this is the vocal production on this song is fire. Right now, there's always somebody who doesn't like it. And I'm not a pro. I don't record my own voice for any of my bands. Nico does a lot of that, but each one of these sections is so crisp, so clean, so beautiful. And it's really interesting because we've got these this bouncy sort of staccato sort of articulate feel to the song, right? Especially shout out to the guitarist with those runs on the guitar. It was amazing. I loved that. But having these choral effects, when I say chorus, I mean multiple voices going on at once. This one's just a fry scream. This one's a little bit more pitched. This one's super soaring mixed voice. This one's a lower chest voice, all going on at the same time and not sounding crowded. That's dope. That's really good. So A+, guys. A+. I'm gonna look into your band more because that was some sick songwriting and those were great vocals. So anyways, we're gonna wrap it up there, but thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking some time to hang out with me today and watch this video and enjoy the music. Again, if you like the content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Really does help out a lot. It makes me happy. And we do have a Patreon. Again, check it out, browse around. If it's not your thing, no worries, but if you think you'd have some fun, feel free to hang out. As always, many thanks. Much love. I'm out.